No, hold on. The thing in
We have
contention
a
is that you're
manuscript
saying
dated to 3,000 years ago.
Yes,
Who
I'm trying
dated
to
it?
find
How
out
do you
And
what
we
is in
have stone
contention.
inscriptions that
I'm
go
telling
to
you, text is
1,500.
dated to the 2nd or 1st century BCE.
right.
How do you
Right.
date the
Now,
text?
how do I prove it? I don't
dated
do
to the
carbon
15th
dating.
century.
I'm not in that field specifically, so I have to take their word for it, which is saying
I understand,
that
but it's
the
just like
earlier
how do you
estimates are
logically
400
deduce
to
that?
500 BC, so this is a 500-year window,
No,
which
but
is
I'm saying,
pretty
how do you logically,
wide.
how do you deduce that if the oldest empirical data is from 15th century CE that is written before Jesus?
It's not
I'm telling you.
data. It's like the written thing.
I'm
right?
telling you,
The only written data you have is from the 14th century, 15th century.
Yeah, and he's saying that it was spoken before, and then it was written later.
yeah,
That's
You
what's
can't
happening
prove
around.
that empirically.
But then, yeah,
Right.
he's saying you
Neither
can't
can
prove
you.
it. Well, actually, you can. Looking at the
No, you
parchment
can't
and
prove
the
somebody
writing,
vocally
yes.
said something unless they have an actual like written account for that, which the oldest one is from 14th century. Or at least
No,
after
you don't.
Christ.
Wait,
Again, I
I'm
can ask
trying
you
to
the exact
figure
same
out the
question. How do you
point
prove? How do you
that
prove that
he's
the Bible
making.
existed 2,000 years ago?
2,000 years ago, we have 3,000 years ago manuscripts. What do you mean? We
Okay,
have
how can
manuscripts
you
that
prove
date
it?
that to the
But
7th century. We
How
have
can you
people
prove it?
talking
How do you know
about
that
Yahweh.
somebody
Hold them
didn't
to the
just make them
same
up?
bar.
Yeah, hold them
how-
to the exact
Whoa,
same
whoa,
bar.
whoa.
We either
Because
have
God
an
said
honest
so.
discussion
Wait,
here,
that's, whoa,
where we
hold on, that's
accept
a
the
whole different topic.
consensus,
No, that's
or
a mad.
we go.
No, that's a very huge goalpost shift because now you're
No,
arguing about how can
you're
we
It's
doing a
not.
trust
huge
it. How can
You're
we
goalpost.
trust it?
holding. You're not
We
holding
are
me then to
both.
the
We are
same logic
both.
you're applying
Listen,
to him.
Yeah, exactly.
fair,
We are both
fair.
holding ourselves to the consensus of the people who are in this field. Obviously,
No,
I
that's a
don't do
whole.
carbon
That's a
dating.
huge
So
goalpost
asking
shift.
me to
It went from
prove.
how old is it to how can you trust it. I never talked about how can you trust it.
No.
So
I
I
never
could
said how can
actually
you
say,
trust it.
wait. So if
How do you know
if
it's
you
that old? Is
presented
my question.
evidence from before Christ, I could say how can you trust that this is the true
Is
manuscripts
no.
No,
containments.
no, that's not what
That's
I'm
like
asking.
that's
I'm not going to go
irrelevant.
down this rabbit hole. Sorry,
That's
that's not what I'm
irrelevant. So
asking.
what
You
do
know
you
what I'm
mean?
asking.
What do you mean? What do you mean they made it up 7th century
You're trying to
BCE?
scour away and dying in the weirdest hill ever.
That's what you did.
Again, the Bhagavad Gita talks
dated.
talks about specifically loving your enemy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it is dated by the consensus. It is dated to the furthest dates, so that the ones closer to us are 2nd to 1st century BCE. And earlier estimates, so it's a big window, is 400 to 500 BC. None of them after
I
Christ.
understand.
No, absolutely
I
zero
understand,
scientists or
but the
people who
oldest
study this
actual-
believe that it is after this. So we have
But
to
the
hold it.
oldest
I
actual data you
understand.
have is that this book is from 500 years ago, 1,500 years after Jesus. That would be
Based on
Again,
speculation.
that based on but what's your contention with this that you would then I guess have to write
My
a paper
contention
about,
is
because
how can
it
you
doesn't seem to
claim
be with the consensus.
how can you claim the Bhagavad Gita precedes Christ's teachings when the oldest manuscript we have is from 500 years ago?
I truly I
But
don't
apply the
understand what you're
lot.
trying to
That's
do.
an absurd claim. It's an absurd claim.
So
I would
that's
say
your
it's an
point.
absurd claim to say that there's a
Okay,
3,000-year-old
okay, Wilson.
manuscript.
If the oldest Bible
If we're being
manuscript,
disingenuous, I
hold on.
mean,
Wilson, I'm not even talking about codexes. The oldest fragment of the Bible that we can find was from 500 years ago. But I said we can date this to before like 3,000 years ago. You'd be looking at me like crazy.
Yes, based on another group of people that are also expertise
Again,
in that knowledge. Just like
there's
he said, he's
I've
not a
found
carbon dating research, but you
I've
also
found zero people
aren't the
saying what you're saying
scientists
right now.
that
Everyone's putting it
discovered the
on that window.
Like for example, the
Every
book
single
of Jonah.
search.
It's dated to the
you
7th
have the
century.
same proof as he does.
Every single thing I'm looking for, literally nobody's saying what you're saying. Everyone puts it in the window between 400 BCE and 1st or 2nd century BCE.
Well, I mean, well, hold on. He is appealing to the authority, but then again, I mean, who do we appeal to then?
No, I'm not appealing to authority. That would be
No,
me
it's not. That's not a
saying,
bad thing.
Right here.
That's
I have
not
it
a
right
bad
here.
thing.
Wilson.
Actually, it
I
is.
would know.
The
No,
Ketef
you don't know
Hinnom
what
Silver.
appealing to authority
Right here,
is.
the Ketef.
Oh, it is. That is appeal to authority.
No, okay, here.
No.
The Ketef Hinnom
not.
Silver Scrolls.
Tell me
dates
how
to
it's
the
not.
late 7th.
That's not a
Dude,
bad thing,
stop.
Wilson.
I'm
Appeal-
literally giving
no,
you.
no.
I'm literally giving you a
It
manuscript.
kind of is.
The
Appealing to
Ketef
authority is
Hinnom Silver Scrolls
Yeah,
dating
it
to the
is.
late 7th or 6th century
no.
BCE,
You heard the
discovered
word,
in
you misunderstood
1979,
it.
have the Book of Numbers. So I cannot. This precedes it, and there is good evidence that this is around 2,000, like 4,000 years ago. We at least have up to 3,000 years ago a actual physical manuscript. You can't do that with the Bhagavad.
Right. How do you know that it's 3,000 years old?
Because they literally dated the empirically.
Okay,
this
so you're
empirical
trusting them that they
manuscript,
dated it.
not
How
a
do you know
So
that
then
hypothetical
you
you
want to have
dated
the
it?
speculation.
conversation over here?
Not speculation. This is not speculation. This is actually
This what I'm
testing
telling you is not
the actual
speculation. I'm not
manuscript.
speculating.
Then quit
Again, I'm doing the exact
speculating.
same
If
thing.
you're,
I'm
s-
saying
if
It
you're
was
not
stated.
speculating, then
Older-
quit speculating.
No. If the
Jesus
oldest, if
Christ.
you're claiming the Bhagavad Gita, this teaching
No,
was found
sorry,
before
J-
Jesus. You
Jabril,
have to prove to
Jabril,
me
let's
there's a
just stop it
manuscript
here
that would
because
prove
this
that.
is going down a rabbit hole that it's a weird rabbit hole,
It's
and
not a
I
rabbit
understand you
hole.
want
I
to
mean,
win, but this is just a weird
it's not a
hill to
rabbit
die on.
hole. It's
And
not
it's
a
not
rabbit hole.
about
I'm saying it's
winning.
completely absurd, Wilson. You'd be
It's
looking at me like
Jabril.
I'm like
It's fine.
crazy.
It's fine. We can go on to the next subject. Again, I'm not here to go down rabbit holes that
Can we?
of
I
how can you
gotta.
prove it. My dating is correct, but whoever did your
I
dating
never
is
claimed
incorrect.
your
This is-
dating is wrong. I'm not claiming your dating is wrong. I'm saying you're confusing dating in terms of physical data and dating in terms of historically. That's a whole different argument.
Perfect.
I'm
I can
saying the
only trust the
oldest chapter
consensus.
12 data is from 500
Right.
years ago.
So write
you
a
can't prove
paper
that.
and tell the consensus they're wrong. I'm sorry. I am not in that field. I'm not enough in that
Okay,
field
I have a
to
question then.
be the person that you have your
How come
complaints
the Old
towards.
Testament? How come the Old Testament has a 7th century manuscript, but the Bhagavad Gita's oldest one's from 500 years ago?
Right.
How
Again, I don't understand where this is going.
Well, I mean, you can just probably just ask some type of GPT that.
When I say how
I
come, I'm
did,
simply
and it
saying
also
it's a
said.
Oh,
that
that's what
argument.
you get your
Like, honestly,
arguments
it's
from.
absurd.
Okay.
No, I looked literally
It
everywhere.
would be-
Zero
it-
people are.
It would be the
contesting
same
this.
thing as going to a
No
library
one but
and looking
Jabril is
that up.
contesting
No,
this.
it's not.
Literally on Google, I found
I'm not
no
saying-
one
I'm not
contesting
saying-
It's the
it.
same
no,
information.
Zero.
I'm not
people
saying
contesting it. Yes, you
Wilson,
were.
I'm not
Yes,
saying,
you were
I'm not
contesting
saying
it.
historically. I'm not saying historically you can
Yeah,
estimate to
historically.
that time. I'm saying though, to actually claim Jesus possibly could have derived this teaching or this
But
teaching
again,
was already in the open, you'd have to prove that
this
through
is-
manuscript or
This
some
is
type of
something
evidence.
that I
There
would
is no evidence
encourage
for
you to
that.
write a paper by because the consensus, which is what I have to follow because I don't do this for a living, is
Wilson,
every single
I'm not
person agrees
rejecting
that it is in the
consensus.
window of
I'm not rejecting
400
I'm not rejecting the
BCE to
consensus. I'm
1
saying
to 2nd
in
century
order to
BCE.
claim Jesus's teaching
No,
of
you want me to claim
love
something
your
that has
enemies is
absolutely no
not
bearing
unique.
in the initial
I have to take an
argument. It's
absurd speculative
irrelevant.
point of view.
It's
I have to take a
irrelevant, my man. It's irrelevant.
make it
You're
simple.
it's just irrelevant. That's
The
why I don't want to
teaching
go down this rabbit
the
hole.
teaching you gave.
I know. Listen, I know the rhetoric. I'm not going to go down this
It's not
rabbit hole.
rhetoric.
Jabril,
It's
we
not
can talk.
rhetoric.
We can tell.
I'm just using logic.
Right.
God
Perfect.
logic.
Rhetoric is also logic, by the way.
Sure, but I'm
Unfortunately.
just trying
Sophistic
to.
logic.
I'm coming from an unbiased point of view. Like, if
No,
you can
it's
claim,
rhetoric.
if you're claiming
It's
that
fine.
this
It's
is
fine. Let's
this is
just
a
go on.
new
Let's just
this is a
let's
new
just move
thing.
on.
Royal, it's
You have to
fine.
prove that.
Move on to the next one. or
These
whatever.
fish are
Let's
heretics.
just
Okay,
Again,
another
we
one. Could you
have
find
to
me
accept the
another
consensus.
religion that legally mandates you to distribute to the poor, not to not exploit them, but to legally you're required to redistribute to the poor,
you-
such as food
so
and
did
materials.
you
Okay.
did you
Are you
look this up
serious?
or are you making me
Okay.
look it up?
You
Because
can
if,
look
if
it
you
up.
didn't do the
I mean,
homework
I'm
before,
just
What?
I said you were inside Jenny.
Jenny?
I'm sorry.
Oh, the
Can you
Muslim?
not see each other? Oh, you can't see each other. Okay.
Wait,
so
are
he
you
was
talking about
inside
Jenny
with you. That's why.
5661?
Sorry about that.
Wait, wait,
Oh.
Sean, are you talking about Jenny 5661 or whatever?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
that
yes.
Muslim. The
Yes.
Muslim. Oh yeah, she has me blocked because I called
Okay, I
Muhammad a
know.
pedo. Oh, and she blocked my
Yeah.
other account because I put chapter 9 verse 29 and my name was New Devout Muslim. Chapter 9 verse 29, which says kill those who don't believe in the case of Allah. And she was like, "Oh yeah,
Okay.
no."
Okay. Also, maybe don't call people heretics.
No, dude, it's a joke, dude. If you watched the video, Jesus and whatnot, he had a video reacting to a Christian cartoon that was like extremely racist and multiple heresies, and he said these fish are heretics. So it's basically an inside joke. But
Okay.
yeah,
Are you sure everyone gets it? Because
I'm not saying everyone gets it.
okay, all right.
That's why it's called an inside joke.
Well, yeah, but
Maybe if you were such a heretic, it just joined Catholicism already. I'm just
But
joking.
if you call someone a heretic and they don't earn the inside joke, that's very insulting.
I
to
said
someone,
these
right?
fish are heretics.
I
That's where it
know
seems
that.
like.
Okay. Well, just trust me. Just trust me. Use the heretic word sparingly, or only with people who are certain you're certain they know you're joking.
Yeah,
Just trust me on
fish.
this, okay?
All fish are heretics because they have not
Just-
yet been
just-
canonized by the Catholic Church.
Just trust me on this, okay? All right.
Okay.
All right.
Damn, bro,
First thing
fix
is
the
just
controller.
Marxist
I have a question for you. I got a question for you, bro. Was that in the Old Testament laws or the New Testament laws?
Old Testament.
Yeah. So those
What was the I can't
read the
find
New
it in
Testament
the-
laws and then it'll say something different.
Isn't Old Testament
What's
like
the
Jews'
Old
religion?
Testament law?
The Old Testament
Oh.
law is that you're legally required to give a portion of your crops to the poor. You're
See, that's the
required to.
Old Testament.
You
See,
must.
Well,
But
you're-
the
you're
Old
on up
Testament
first
wasn't
to see
abolished.
Which one we're looking in other religions because
Parts of
I
it.
can't
but
find
not
it.
I'm just
all
saying.
of
You
it.
said,
required
is there
to
anything unique in
give-
any moral inscriptions? This is
Yeah,
a
you got
moral
a long break.
prescription,
Right, no, yeah,
This
yeah.
is
I have to look
this is
up what it is so I can see if there's another
I can-
religion that
I
it talks
can-